Welcome back to my channel. Today we are making unripe plantain moi moi. This version is perfect for anyone who wants to enjoy moi moi without the fear of heartburn from beans, or anyone on a low-carb diet. To make this, we'll be using Titus fish, unripe plantain, tatashi, and shombo for color. We'll also be using ground crayfish, some Scotch bonnet peppers, boiled eggs. We'll be using palm oil and Knorr seasoning cubes. To get started, we are going to steam our Titus fish. It is already washed and cut into fine sizes. Now we are going to blend some onions and Scotch bonnet peppers for the fish. We are going to use this liquid to steam the fish for about 10 to 15 minutes until the ingredient has absorbed deeply into the fish. Then we can go ahead and add a little water to cook the fish until it is done. Also, we are going to use Knorr and Star seasoning cubes to season the fish. If you eat salt, go ahead and use salt to season your fish. So we are going to stir that nicely to make sure everything is well mixed together. Then we are going to put it on fire, cover the pot, and allow it to steam for about 10 to 15 minutes before adding water. Now it's time to prep our plantain. The plantains are already washed, so we are going to cut off both ends of the plantain, then gently slice through the skin layer. You want to be careful not to cut deep into the flesh. If you don't want your hands to get sticky, you can use a glove or rub some oil on your hands before peeling your plantain. After peeling the plantain, you want to scrape the back again to remove any residue. Then go ahead and wash the plantain again. Then proceed to cut the plantain into small chunks so that it will be easy to blend. To cut the plantain, you want to start by slicing it into 4 parts and then proceed to cut them into tiny chunks. After cutting the plantain, you're going to transfer it into a bowl and set it aside for when you are ready to blend. And then prepare the pepper mix by cutting them up for blending. Now we are going to pour the pepper mix into the plantain, then transfer it into the blender, add some water to blend it. You want to be careful with the amount of water you use to blend the plantain so that your batter will come out well. If you use too much water to blend the plantain, your batter will be very watery. And if you use less water to blend the plantain, your batter will be very thick. You want the texture of your batter to be very smooth and you want your moi moi to be fluffy. So make sure to use just enough water that will be able to give the moi moi a good texture and consistency. After blending the plantain, you're going to transfer your batter into a bowl and set it aside, and then go ahead and prepare the other ingredients that you're going to mix into the batter. If you're going to use Titus fish for your moi moi, this is what you're going to do after cooking the fish. You're going to use a fork to debone the fish by separating the bones from the flesh. Then go ahead and dice your onions now, and then cut up your egg as well. To mix your batter, you're going to add your diced onions, your deboned Titus fish, and then go ahead to add some ground crayfish. You don't want to use too much crayfish so that the taste of the crayfish will not overpower the taste of the other ingredients. And then you're going to add a little bit of palm oil for that local taste, and then mix it thoroughly. You want to stir in one direction to trap in air so that your moi moi can have a fluffy texture. And now you're going to add a little bit of seasoning cubes. If you eat salt, you can go ahead and use salt for your batter as well. And then continue mixing until everything is well mixed together. With a cooking spoon, you're going to scoop the batter into your moi moi containers. Make sure to leave room for the batter to rise while cooking, so you don't want to fill up the containers. You can also use moi moi leaves for this process, especially if you really want that local taste. Now you're going to add your boiled eggs and then transfer the moi moi containers into a pot of already boiling water. Place them nicely and make sure that the water is not much, as you can see in this video. And then cover the containers, cover the pots, and allow the moi moi to cook until it is ready. It takes about 20 to 25 minutes for unripe plantain moi moi to be ready. So 25 minutes later, our unripe plantain moi moi is ready. When your unripe plantain moi moi is ready, the color changes. It looks like this, and it's going to look firm but very soft in texture. To enjoy our unripe plantain moi moi, we are pairing it with fried Titus fish, fried onions, and pepper. You can pair yours with vegetables or even stew is fine. This moi moi recipe is very filling. It is full of flavor. It is rich in fiber. Let me know in the comment section if you're going to try this recipe. And if you've watched this video up to this point, thank you very much. I love you and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye guys.